one's sick.
That's the mini Raptor one.
Oh, it's the mini Raptor. How funny is it? Looks like somebody took a Raptor and shrunk it. Oh, I wish I could drive. I could probably drive. Alright, so we are in Melbourne. Obviously the plan was to be here all week, get some training in and be full steam ahead for racing. But unfortunately that's not going to happen, but life goes on. And so you have to continue to do things and be, enjoy life. So anyway, Ford was kind enough to help us with vehicles while we're here in Australia. And their factory is here in Melbourne, so it's quite easy. So we come out here, we're picking up a Ford Ranger, and then we're actually going to drive over to Bells Beach, check out the waves, and obviously the beach side of it, and then go to Torquay. We might catch up with Craig Dack and the CDR team that I raced for in 2000. He was my team manager 2000, and then also my team manager at YOT in 2002 when I first went to the US. So anyway, Ellie went home and left me with the boys, so I learned how to dress myself today. That was quite an experience. I haven't been to Bells and Torquay since I was probably 2000 when I was riding with Dack. So it's been 22 years since I was there as well, so kind of excited to go and see. And yeah, again, life goes on. Get out of the apartment and gotta live life. Dude, honestly, it's been like I was 16, 17 years old when I came here, so honestly, it feels like the first time I've seen it too. It's the money. Alright, this is Bells Beach. Famous in the movie Point Break. It's funny, I came here when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it, to be honest. So I'm kind of seeing it for the first time too. But yeah, wish I was healthy. I'd love to jump in and just go in the water. But anyway, watch everyone else do it. Looks cold. My favorite thing about Australia. Like honestly, I've been so fortunate to go to so many places all over the world, but like growing up here and witnessing Aussie beaches, like if you've ever been to a beach here, like I'm sorry, but no beach anywhere else in the world even comes close. You're always like, yeah, it's cool or whatever. You go to Florida and the water's warm, that's about the cool thing. But other than that, like Aussie beaches are so rad. I miss that part. Go to the beach and not put your feet in the sand and the water. Is it cold?
It's freezing.
Oh! See, I would heal if I could just get in there. I didn't have salt water. It's so funny because I grew up as a kid that everything was always like, if you're hurt, you got a cut, just go in the ocean. The ocean fixes everything. And honestly, it's true.
Corduroy, was there lines coming in? Like
yeah, the ones there, it was cool.
You surf, Dacker?
No way, mate. I've tried. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. What year is that? 2002?
Yeah, 02. It's funny to me because like, this is, 02. And you were at Boost in 01, I think, right? In Aussie?
Yeah.
And then you took it over there with they launched at the same time?
Yeah, we brought it to the Troy team.
It's funny, I like the yellow logo just because it's old school over the orange.
Oh yeah, you've been a Boost guy all that time.
All this time, so it's pretty cool to be a part of a brand for 20 plus years. It's kind of unheard of these days. Look at that, DackRacing.tv, remember that?
Yeah.
Does that still exist?
No. That went with Jody.
Yeah, Jody took that. Oh, that's funny. This is some good memory.
So that was when, that was the end of your kind of startup time with Troy. Then you went factory Yamaha.
And then I went to
that.
factory.
That's when it all started to go.
Yeah, but it's cool. So I rode for Dakar in 2000. But prior to that, Craig raced. How many years did you go pro? How was your pro?
In the early to late
80s?
Early 80s to early 90s, about 10 years.
About 10
That's
years.
about our era.
How many titles?
Well, 4 Mr. Motocross, which was
motocross. So
which was the
4
main
motocross titles, which back then there was
4 Mr. Motocross and a bunch of Australian championships.
Did they actually separate it back then, or
Yeah.
no? They did?
But that was the thing to
It
win.
was the one to win. Yeah, Mr. Motocross was like basically a motocross series, but it was a more glorified version of it, and it was. I remember going as a child to it and watching it. Yeah, I went to. Now I'm blanking because I have to obviously say it, but big long start straight away with a single on it. You crashed out that day, actually. This is not a good story for him.
I did.
Something happened and he spat the dummy.
It stayed in memory.
Stayed in the memory. I was like, ooh, don't do that. But
I'm going to support Belly now, not Dack.
I've done that more times.
Yeah, well, you can't.
See? Things you learn when you're watching. But anyway, so Dakar was a big part. My cousin rode for Dakar, won multiple titles. I would say as far as like longevity, Craig's team, CDR Yamaha, has been the longest standing team in Australia with the most titles and all those things. So, you know, as a kid growing up, you always want to be on that team. My cousin was on that team, so I kind of wanted to, you know, go there and win. And anyway, that was my final season here in Aussie in 2000.
Were you scheduled to go back or stay after
I don't remember what I finished, maybe second or third in motocross. And then I won Supercross title, and then signed my Kawasaki deal to go off to Europe, and then race Europe. Went to Aussie, went to the US, and reunited in this year, and he was my team manager again at YOT. So kind of cool. We've kept in contact for the most part over the past 22 years, and it's fun. You know, good guys.
The Australian way, you take all that for granted, don't you?
Yeah.
But that's what you did then.
Yeah. It used to be awesome to throw the practice bike in the van and come down.
So simple.
Yeah. But I remember the first time we tested was at Doz's track.
Yeah, well, that's all. His parents sold all that land to a developer, and they're done. And I remember it being the most horrible of the land, wasn't it? It was dry and cracks.
It wasn't flat. It was like kind of like on a bit of
a little bit.
The cracks in the dirt.
Yeah. It was like
Drop a bolt.
it's like been.
Go on. Dakar, is that your track? No.
His son.
Oh, his son rides
We don't
there.
ride here.
No.
I stirred the name.
Stir up the Novas. Yeah, literally, like, this is what I learned to ride. Big old paddock, couple of jumps pushed up. It's weird that field's like dead. I wonder if that's part of it. Alright, so we are in North Melbourne. Monza Imports, who imports and was my first ever sponsor when I was 9 years old. 40 years, we're celebrating 40 years. So Johnny Kyoto and his team invited us over, so we're gonna go check it out. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot of information, but celebrating 40 years is a big deal, as I've been on this earth for 40 years, so let's go celebrate it. Tell the world where we're going.
We're gonna go to the zoo and we're gonna get a snake.
I'm gonna get a snake. I think
Bogle wants to hold a snake.
I was gonna say Bogle, and I think I'm gonna hold the camera, and Logan, our filmer, is going to just take a big hug with a big python. What do you think?
I don't think so.
You have to. You're in Australia. We're gonna do like see a kangaroo. You can feed it, put your arms up, box it a little bit. Anyway, we shall see how the zoo. We're really here for Justin and Dan and you. But anyway, burning up time. Very large zoo. I feel like
I need to find the snakes.
You know the crazy thing? We come to Australia and there's an elephant. We do not have elephants in Australia.
Is that not an Australian?
Alaska does have elephants.
Yeah. Did you go to the zoo there?
No.
You should have went to the zoo. You didn't have to get there. No, that's India. All right, tour guide Dan. Where are we going?
You want to see the koalas? Not the koalas, but
Koalas, kangaroos. Look, I see a kangaroo on there.
The boys haven't probably seen a kangaroo.
Let's find some magpies and.
Don't we eat those for breakfast?
No, we do not eat those for breakfast.
Meat pies.
It's a meat pie. Magpie, meat pie is the same but different.
Pretty. I mean, come on, that's pretty fair.
Hey, it's like a double lock. Does that mean that they're gonna be?
Like this made me like super
It makes me feel like it's gonna be like. Shit.
I don't have a green button this time.
Oh, maybe because that one's gonna be closed. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Meant to be in here.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's get locked in here.
You go out there just in case. No, seriously, go out there just in case.
We're fine. Close the door.
Oh, we're good. See, you just don't want the gorilla getting out.
There's gorillas and
There's a
they might kill
gorilla.
us, but it's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm not scared to die. I've lived a long time. I'm good.
Gorilla's got a good life. He's just chilling. Dude, look at that thing. Got like a beach setting.
Got a hammock.
Yeah, living the life. They're really small.
I got those guys covered.
He's gonna scratch the crap out of it.
Under that thing.
Oh, cute.
Crazy how strong. Oh, whoa. Your prime versus him in his prime. Would you do it for like?
Look at his reach. His reach is a little bit too. He's good.
I don't want to box him.
And there's one down here.
No, his reach is really good.
Just doing some yoga too. That was Pat Cowboys or whatever. I think
We would
that
lose.
he'd handle us.
Do you think he could beat all three of us up?
Absolutely.
Probably, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I mean, I'm
if
not
he comes
scared-
after us, we
I'm
all
not
run.
scared to get my kid, but I'm not fighting one of them. You know what I mean? Because he will kill me.
He's on the phone right now. He's got his arm.
He looks like he's on the phone.
She does that. She's got a habit of holding her ear, and sometimes she holds her ear with her shoulder. So it's a bit of a family trait. So other members of her family that she grew up with at another zoo also have this weird ear holding habit.
I think she's on the phone.
And sometimes, no, it does look like that. So sometimes if she's got things in her hands and she's like, how am I going to hold my ear? And her daughters started copying it a little bit. So sometimes you see Kanzi, the young one, also holding her ears. And they've had their ears checked. There's nothing wrong with their ears.
Just so we're clear, this is not Australian animals. Come to Australia to go to a zoo and see nothing Australian.
We'll get to the
It's like
kangaroos.
we'll get to the kangaroos soon.
And that's probably it.
It's a lot of bamboo.
Yeah.
This is a cool looking animal. It's on there. It's a dinosaur with cool neck balls. It's sick.
That thing's way more dinosaur than it is anything else. 100%. Look at its feet.
You can see, looking at an animal like this, why we know that birds are descended from dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Like, you just look at her feet.
There's no question about that.
Birds are the remaining dinosaurs on Earth. So we think dinosaurs went extinct, but of course they didn't. So a number of species of dinosaurs, of course, went extinct.
Glasses broke down there.
It's amazing.
I mean, I'm looking at the little fine things. Dinosaur.
What's he doing?
Today's episode of Why Is Everyone Stopped?
You got it?
Hey, come pat it.
I'm good.
You don't want to pat it?
No, you grab it. Go ahead and grab it.
Is this a wild one, or what do we do? Hey, man. Oh! Are you allowed to touch him?
Yeah, you're allowed to.
I tried. He doesn't want to be my friend, dude.
Frill neck lizard.
And those are natural here.
Yeah, they're around everywhere. You see them all the time. They're like in our schoolyards and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they friendly?
Yeah, they're friendly. I've never been bit by one. Yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Damn, we gotta go look for the tiger.
I think he's just in here.
I think he's in here. This is it.
That's what JB said. He's like,
This is it. The elephant kiosk is closed.
Would you ride one?
Would I ride a
Elephant.
elephant? Yeah, I would. In the right setting. I can't think of the places that people ride them, but I do know and I've seen them ride them. But
Carnival.
yeah, I'd want to see one in the water. I think it'd be cool to
Yeah.
see it in the water.
Splashing around.
Yeah, splashing and spraying water everywhere.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I guess 3 of them are pregnant, which is like an unheard of thing. It's like first time ever, I guess. So learn something every day. He looks like he likes North Carolina. He's got red clay all over him. Whoa. Oh, whoa. The other guy's gonna go do it now. Oh, jeez. Very tired. The kids. Oh, what's this? Oh, whoa. I don't think this is approved.
No, I've seen some videos like this before. No, this is normal.
I look on the text. He's like, oh, I'm out of food. Oh, he's gonna puke. What happened to him?
His left arm looks like yours.
It does.
He can relax. He can